My husband and I are part of the rock climbing community here in Tulsa. We have a lot of friends in that community. There's a lot of lostness in that community as well, and so we've really desired for just God to move. Like I said, Kevin's been climbing for almost 7 years. He got me into it even before I started dating him, and then all while we were dating, we would climb together and have a lot of fun together. It was really relationship building, seeing each other under stress and how we problem solve. We had been a part of a training program here through Cedar Ridge where we were learning how to share the gospel, how to make disciples with the people we were friends with, and we had been praying, we'd been sharing the good news with people around the climbing gym and had been trying to get some sort of discipleship or church gathering going, and for a while nothing really took off. Not really sure why, but just, nothing really happened out of that, and it was disappointing. And I ended up going on overseas to do some work, but kind of in, I would say maybe summer or fall of 2020, God kind of really was stirring in Kevin to continue pursuing that like a climb church is what we had been calling it, and we still wanted to see God move in our friends and family, and so Kevin kept pursuing that, and I'm gonna have to let him tell the rest of the story because it's a really good one of how God has been moving.
So I'd been wanting to do Climb Church for a little while, but honestly I was putting it off a bit. Maybe need a little bit of extra encouragement. But the Holy Spirit had put it on the heart of another one of my good friends in the climbing community. And so we were able to come together and do this together. We talked to a couple of our good friends about the idea and about studying the Word together, and they weren't believers, but they were totally interested. And so we started meeting at each other's houses every week, and we would have dinner, and we would just do a little bit of life together, and we would study the Word and go through it and asking questions, and they were totally into it. They were excited. Really soon, just literally a few weeks into it, they accepted Jesus. And it was so cool to see that happen and begin discipling them. And pretty soon after that, we started inviting a couple more of our friends, and then a couple more of our friends. And for over a year, we had 6 to 12 people every week, just in each other's houses and all enjoying dinner and doing life together. And we were going through the Word and discipling each other and encouraging each other based off of the Acts church, exactly what they did in Acts and the new church with Paul and the other disciples were doing. It's exactly what we were doing here. The cool thing about it is that these friends weren't going to church anywhere else, but they did want to come to church here in my house and in my friend's house and do life together and learn about Jesus and the Bible this way. And so we were reaching people that weren't being reached very well. And these weren't just any people either. These are friends that I cared and loved for years now. So we just want to encourage you guys that with intentional prayer and a couple tools that we learned at Cedar Ridge, it wasn't too difficult to disciple and do church with our friends and family.
Yeah, at the end of the day, all it really took was our availability and saying yes.